Assalamu alaikum. I'm Zahira Musa from Haiti Taiti. Today, in collaboration with Cook Halal, we'll be making a vanilla cake with strawberry butter icing. Haiti Taiti is a company that specializes in birthday cakes, novelty cakes, mini desserts. We cater for all functions. You name it, we can basically create it. You can find us on haititaiti.co.za, on Instagram, Facebook, and you can get in touch with us via Cook Halal as well. The ingredients for the vanilla cake are caster sugar, butter, eggs, flour, baking powder, milk, and vanilla essence. And the ingredients for the icing are butter, white margarine, icing sugar, milk, and vanilla essence. And for the decor, we've got some fresh strawberries, meringues, gold leaf, and some fresh flowers. We're going to start with caster sugar. I've got 400 grams of caster sugar over here. That's going to go into the mixer along with the butter, and I've got 400 grams of butter as well. So you can use normal sugar as well, but I find that caster sugar is much finer and it gives a better texture to the cake. We're going to put that in, get all of it in there, and then we're going to put our caster sugar in as well. That is going to go on slow at first, and then it's going to go on to high. We're going to beat it for 8 minutes, scraping down the side of the bowl with our spatula every now and then. And the mixture has to be nice and soft and light and fluffy by the time it's mixed and before we add the other ingredients. So we're going to switch off the mixture now and have a look at it and see if it's ready. It is ready. It's been beaten for 8 minutes, and you can see when I do this, the mixture just drops off by itself. So that tells you that it's nice and soft and fluffy, and this is really the most important part of the whole method, because this is what makes your cake nice and fluffy, and it's going to give you that texture that you want at the end. So we're going to add our eggs now. I've got 8 large eggs over here. Actually going to close the mixer first and then put it on low while I add the eggs slowly, so that they can be incorporated into the mixture. Okay, so that's all added. Once it's added, you want to switch off the mixer again and just scrape it down one more time to make sure you get all of that in there. Once we've got that consistency, we're going to be adding the flour. This flour has been sifted. It's 400 grams of flour as well, and we're adding our 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So in that goes, that can all go in at once. Start off on slow and let it just incorporate into the mixture. That'll take a minute or less. Okay? You don't want to overbeat it when the flour is in, because otherwise it's going to glutinate and it's going to make the texture of the cake a bit elastic. And then because we don't want to overbeat our mixture once the flour is in, we're going to add the milk and the vanilla essence at this point. So I've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and I've got half a cup of milk. I use full cream milk. I believe in full cream, but if you wanted low fat, that would also be fine. On slow again, just until it's incorporated. Okay, so that was just a quick mix, and now we're scraping it down a final time, all the way from the bottom on the sides. And then we're going to beat it, give it a very quick and high speed beat to make sure that the mixture is nice and incorporated. about 30 seconds. Okay, our mixture is ready, and I always say it looks like custard when it's done, so that's a good way to check it. And again, it just falls off the beater attachment, and you know that it's nice and soft and it's perfect. It's ready to go into the pans. So mixture is ready to go into the pans. I've prepared the pans. They've got greaseproof paper inside, and I've sprayed the pans with spray and cook as well. And I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Your oven may vary, but that's the benchmark for this cake. Okay, so I'm gonna divide it equally into each pan, and we usually weigh the batter to get equal amounts into each. Scrape it all out. A lot of people say that you should even it out with your spatula, make it nice and smooth and even in the tin, but the oven really does that for you. So once the batter heats up, it spreads out in the tin itself, so you don't really need to do that. I'm going to take this over to the oven now. Okay, so now we'll be making the butter icing. I'm going to make a basic butter icing, but it's very flexible. You know, with this recipe you can flavor it, you can color it. I'm going to start off with butter. I've got 250 grams of butter. That's going in there. And then I've got 250 grams of white margarine. This is especially important if you want your butter icing to be white, a nice white color. Otherwise you could just have 500 grams of butter straight up. And then we've got double the amount of icing sugar. So this is 1 kg of icing sugar. And then we're going to add our milk and vanilla essence at the same time. So we've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence and half a cup of milk, all going in at once. Start off on low, you don't want the icing sugar flying everywhere, and then we're going to go up until high and beat that until it's soft and fluffy. Okay, so our consistency is nice and soft, as it did with the vanilla batter. You can see that it just dropped off the attachment as soon as I lifted the mixer up. So the consistency is nice and soft and it's ready to use for the cake. So the cakes are baked now. They've been cooling for an hour. They're golden brown and they're baked beautifully. I'm going to turn them out now and get them ready to be iced. So I just use a butter knife to loosen the pan. So we're literally just going to peel off this greaseproof paper. We're going to start with the first layer. I've got a piping bag with a toothed nozzle and I've colored my icing pink. It's also flavored with strawberry. And I'm just going to start piping in a concentric circle all the way around my cake, and I'm going to fill in the inside as well. Give it a nice thick layer, because remember, we want it to look nice, but we also want it to taste good. Okay, so that's our first layer. On goes our second layer. And you repeat the same process. And then for the final layer, we're not going to turn it right side up, we're going to put it down upside down. Okay, just press it gently, because this is a flat surface, and when you've got your flat surface, your cake looks nice and even and level, and that's what we want, because it's a naked cake. We want it to look finished when we're done with the icing. Okay, now we've completed the piping process, and now it's time to decorate the cake. I've got some fresh strawberries that I've just cut in half over here, and I've got some meringues that we've made. I've got some fresh flowers and some gold leaf as well. I'm going to use the strawberries. I'm just going to finish that off. You can get edible flowers at many stores. Just decorate as you wish. And then I'm just going to finish it off with some gold leaf. That's your completed vanilla and strawberry cake. It's perfect for your e-table or for any function really. It's one of the many cakes that we at Highty Tighty make. Beautiful vanilla cake with strawberry butter icing. And on the top we've got fresh strawberries, meringue, some flowers and some gold leaf. Use whatever you've got at home, chocolates, whatever you can find. To find this recipe and many others, go to cookhalal.com. And if you don't want to make it yourself, then order it from us at Highty Tighty. Go to our website, hightytighty.co.za. We've got an online shop, or you can contact us on Instagram at Highty Tighty, or you can contact us on WhatsApp or call us. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum.